64. Michael, yes. Sorry, brother. I was just gonna put these little touches here before the video, and and get this thing recorded. I just had a few thoughts here, real quick. I wanted to see if I can just look at a couple things because there has been some recent correlation, and it's really weird, you know. So that's kind of what I wanted to sort of see here, and yeah. But I'm fairly certain that I may have to look at this more in a granular time frame. Jeez. Yeah, I love it. I have to get really creative here. Really, really creative. I need to, yeah, I already see something. I have to invalidate the bull play. Seb, maybe we should just try some lower strikes tomorrow or something. Look at all this correlation. Yeah, I have to invalidate this. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk about that. This is, this is by formation, head and shoulders, bear pennant. Oh my goodness. This has, with the exception of this weird little thing happening here, but this does have its exit strategy. Okay. All right. Let me psych myself. Let's do this. But man, we got it though, dude. Very cool. All right. Yeah. Let me psych myself into this thing and let me film it. Let me film it. Let me film it. Hold on, guys. Look at the camera, bro. It's not doing it here. Let's see. Make sure that that's connected well. Let's see here. Good. All right. Let's do that again. Now, I know we had some doubts regarding the breakout from the 299 to 301 area from last night. We fortunately got it. And I got to say that there were some signals that were giving us the idea for that potential breakout anyway. Things like volatility, right? Things like momentum, and also a few touches of a resistance specific to, I don't know, call it a hint. Call it an intuition, call it whatever you want, right, guys? But the important thing is that the XRP army won, and we are now making the break into a new zone that can create a support out of a prior one, and that is your first leg. So let's go ahead and find out what's going to go on with the price action here with the XRP. Welcome back, everybody. Please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you at 8:56 p.m. Pacific time, Thursday, October 2nd, and we are looking at price action spot on XRP 302.43 in real time. So what is going to happen here, guys? We know that we are still within the shutdown, and there is, I've been catching lots of different opinions, lots of different data too. Things like, the longer that we stay closed, right, or shut down, the more I guess the probability would be that the Fed would ease. So that is absolutely bullish, and I think the markets are absolutely feeling it too. If you remember from about a week and a half ago, we were speaking about the potentials of a market-wide short squeeze in light of the upcoming events, right, guys? So we are doing pretty good. We are looking pretty damn good, and we just want to know where price action is headed to during this time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the closures first, right? Let's observe that, sure, certainly we did get the daily close, right? So this is just about 20 hours, 2 minutes and 25 seconds and counting to its close, right? So what I want you to observe is actually this right over here. This is your prior day, right? And there is a 60 to 70% chance that the new daily print would retrace 30 to 50% of your prior bar. And that is absolutely what we're doing. If we just go ahead and measure that prior day's high to low, right? Look at that 50%. We're actually sitting on it right now. Real-time price 302.21 is the 50% of your prior day. Now let's go ahead and keep on moving down here, because we want to know if the buy daily or the 3-day or the 4-day also closed, right? So no, we actually just got about 20 hours to close that buy daily time frame. 3-day time frame, same thing there. Same with the 4-day. That's because we got all that crap as a brand new open, right? So we do have the opening of a new 5-day candle here, guys, and this of course gives you the probabilities of dropping just like any other bar, right? But what would invalidate that downside? Well, no, I'm just going to go ahead and put some discretion into this, because this 5-day candle here that's located on, I guess, from Tuesday, September 3rd, 2025 to the low wick of the July 25th, Friday, 2025 candle, there is confluence within the high and low of that bar there. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach a little bit of a trend line right at that point. But guess what? That trend line is already drawn by the macro supports of which we've been observing here for I don't know, man, months and months. It is that magical 299.79 as a soft support, right, guys, or soft resistance. It doesn't always fail. It doesn't always succeed. It always just is variable, right? It's what it is, man. It's okay, you know, but that's currently what we're kind of using here as a bounce from the retracement, you know, as we moved, you know, we were talking about the price action entering at around 293. We were talking about the probabilities of going into this specific price of around 302.47, breaking that 302 would be the gateway into the 304 to 305 area. So I'm actually pretty impressed that we went up to just about 310. So that now converts, you know, breaking that big. Yeah, it gets you a pretty nice support here. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, because we can absolutely still come back down to the areas of 292, 293. But at this point, we're going to validate that as well, right, with momentum and volatility. But at this point, I'm seeing that this is a considerable area. There could be the building blocks of a bull flag here on the 4-hour time frame, XRP USD. So let's just go ahead and find out deeper information. But before we get there, team, please know that when you join the ARCABULLS Discord, you will very likely be approached by some scammer or something pretending to be me, utilizing my name as whatever, right? So know for a fact, know right now that I will never reach out to you first. I will never friend request you first. It is not me, okay, guys? So make sure to validate that in some way, shape, or form, but know that I will never reach out to you or even ask you what crypto you're trading and to transfer crypto over. No. That's not me, guys. Okay. So, guys, we are just about 1 to 2 lectures away from closing the beginner's master's course, and that's going to be live with me. The mentorship is only $100 for 9 weeks. Come by. Come on, right? So make sure to enroll as soon as possible, or else those seats are going to go away. Find the details in the description below, where you will see the packages for the back to school event. Okay, guys, enough with the shilling. Let's go ahead and continue with the charting here. So yeah, let's go ahead and validate this move with I guess volatility. Number one, we want to notice that we do have the presence of some kind of an inverse head and shoulders here, right? The little crayons, the little drawings here. So let's go ahead and just kind of acknowledge that for a bit. We were observing the inverse head and shoulders to have a take profit target of roughly around the areas of 316.24, right? So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty nice. Are we going to get it? Well, you know, it's a high probability formation. It is built on, you know, after that downside. So that gives it validity. Nice regression here, right? And yeah, that gives us a pretty nice bump all the way to that 316. So far, so good. We're around 90% the target, or around 88% the target. So I'd say fair enough. Now, do we have continuation based on other means? Possibly. And this is where I have to talk to you about something specific. It's not the best thing and I don't want to show you this, but I do have to present this to you. Bitcoin dominance. So the dominance chart on Bitcoin is showing, you know, also a very similar inverse head and shoulders. What's crazy here is that Bitcoin dominance is inverse the XRP asset. So whenever dominance goes up on Bitcoin, spot price action, or XRP in general, drops. It's counter-reactive. So you can actually tell when we bring up the ticker XRP into this chart. You can kind of see here that XRP does have an opposing reaction to what dominance has to show. Now, our deal here is to try to identify the potential invalidation of this continuing to the upside, because I got to say that on XRP, we are building and we are cascading volatility like no other. We're gathering this and it's echoing into major time frames further and further. So much so that we're getting targets of above 366. So how is that possible if we are noticing weakness coming in through the inverse? Well, that can only mean that there could be some type of invalidation present. So can we find the bear play within the bull play here to take this out? Maybe so. I have some ideas here and I'm going to share them with you, and I want you to let me know what you think in the comments below when you see this video here on YouTube. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on this, guys. I'm noticing that there is a very curious channel. I'm not this here, right? Not this. I'm talking about, where's the regression thing? This thing here. Check it out. I'm talking about this right over here. Somewhere along the lines of this right here, right? Something like that. So do we have the presence of a potential drop here? So that's kind of highlighting something a little bit different, right? Let me just get rid of the that, and let's get rid of also this here. Okay, great. So yeah, I'm observing the probabilities of something like this. It doesn't mean that it's right. You can see that I've never even practiced it myself, right? So we can do the wick basis, something like this here, right, to this bottom side, fit all the connectors here as best as we can, and then observe the potentials of these top sides. Could they be false breaks if we just use this resistance? Sure, it could be, right? Now, my point is that this is a bearish channel and that it could be used for the downside. And can we though? You know, I'm going to give you the target on this. This is the way that you measure the target for an ascending channel. Just take the width of the channel itself, apply it to where you think we're going to break out from, and this would be giving you the 57 spot, 60% of the dominance chart. So if that is the case, then there could be reason for us to move towards the upside soon, because we're building that volatility anyway. And it feels like the broader markets too, like the ES, and you know, the traditional equities, they feel incredibly bullish, although we had some type of corrective move today, but that's normal. But let me show you real quick here what ES is doing, what the S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts are doing at the present moment. Take a look at this chart. It's trading live right now, and it's going back up to the all-time highs. So there is something super, super, super curious happening here. Either Bitcoin dominance is about to rhyme with the upside of the XRP because it has happened, right? It has, or someone's fucking lying. I don't know what the hell the deal is here, guys, but this is a potential bear play here. So if I can give you that bear play, this would be the execution from this point down here. 57 spot, 60%, bottom side of dominance. Do we see anything on USDT? Certainly we do. So here's what I'm seeing here. There is a present inverse head and shoulders as well, which I think is a bull trap. So this is on a 3-day time frame, guys. That's where you want to notice or identify bull traps or bear traps, larger time frames, right? So this, if it really does, it tried to break out yesterday. Notice that over the last week or whatever that is, it tried to break out, but we got that downside, the dip, all the way to 269. So if it is that it's now invalidating the play, I would really need this candle here. It's a 3-day candle, right? We still have 19 hours, 52 minutes, 38 seconds and counting for it to close. I would really need this to move at least at I would say 75 to 80% the inverse head and shoulder structure for invalidation. I know we can do it. We know we can do it at the 60%, all that, but I really want it to be done, right? So if we can do that, that means that we'll bounce from the regression at around 4.03% USDT. This is tether dominance. We'll come back to resist from the areas of 4.13 or 4.20% and literally make our downside possible. In other words, I expect a dead cat bounce. So if we do have a dead cat bounce on this, guys, the targets to the downside are monumental, which means that USDT dominance and the Bitcoin dominance are actually showing us the probabilities of a massive run to the upside on your risk on assets for like your XRPs, your H bars, right? Your SUI, all those good things. And I think we're getting the hints from the inverse tickers. So if that is the case, guys, I'm giving you the warning right now that we may see a global delevering here. So this I think just by the looks of this, it feels like the global open interest is incredibly high on futures trades, and that was the potential shakeout that happened over the last few days. And that pressure is literally building for a gigantic explosion. I'm not sure what it could be. Bitcoin has already reached 120,000 from lows that we were watching at 107s, 106, 108s, whatever that was. And now we're observing the probabilities of the futures contracts in the S&P 500 literally running to the all-time highs. Guys, something is happening. Just like I mentioned a week and a half ago, we're preparing a market-wide everything squeeze, and it's still happening right now. Okay, guys? So that is the idea behind Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. Let me know in the chart, in the chat below, what you feel about that. So if that is the case, guys, then we're not done with the upside that we have here within XRP. That means that we still have to fulfill the top side take profit of around 313.88 to 318.89, and that may actually be possible. I don't know, actually, probably by market open, probably by traditional market open this next session. Okay. Why can I assume that? Why did we even get a pullback? Not the short sellers, guys. It's not manipulation. It's not anything. It's a breakout strategy, okay? So hold your horses right quick, guys. Don't get over to the FBI just yet. Let me just go ahead and show you what presently happened, okay? Remember, we talked about this. We talked about the take profit zones as in the resistance zones right up here, 307.62, right? 302.43 and 299.69. Very heavy areas of resistance. So if they are heavy and thick with resistance, then we might also find heavy support, right? Good stuff. So what happens here, guys, is that when we have historical resistances being touched and touched and touched and rejected from all the time, creates a liquidity pocket. So that liquidity is being chased here, right? So we're going to go ahead and break that liquidity and reattract the liquidity and inverse that side, right? So we're switching it's the turn of the tables here. We break above it, we come back and test it as a valid support, confirm the support, validation process, right? With enough confirmation, we build the next formation for the next upside, and that's what I have. So if it is that we have some type of determining factor or targeting method, let's just pretend that we're building here on a 4-hour time frame a bull flag. Measure the top side all the way to the bottom side to give you the measured move upside, right? So this is going to give you right about this target on the bull flag target. Interesting, right? Rhyming a little bit or no? 319.75 when we have a 318.89. So that's the hard target. Historical, tangible target. It's not about the psychological target. It's about what's near it. Okay? So that's looking pretty good to me. Not to mention that I do believe that it's also geometrically confluent as well. So, or confluent, right? So whatever it is, I think we still have an advantage over the bears here, and there could be still pressure to the upside. Let's just give it a quick validation before we finish this video and do the damn thing. Hit those ATRs in the chat below. Make sure to let me know that you're still there and you are hitting that subscribe button on YouTube and like button, right? So we can continue the taking over of the world for the ARCABULLS, right? So 2-minute time frame, really granular time here. We're going to validate the conditions to the upside based on some physics here, right, guys? Tiny time frame, inverse head and shoulders. Potential target is literally at this resistance zone from your range, right? 50% retrace of this area would land roughly at about 302.75 to about 302.88. It's getting prepared to do that. Upside cascading from the 1 minute to 2 minute. A little bit of declining volatility, but we would need this volatility to kind of shift to the upside so that it shows more buying and more selling overall. So far, this is just decompression. So let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-minute time frame. Upside. Now, I'm going to just speed up this process because this takes too long. So what I'm looking for is just this pivot on stochastic momentum. Should it be at all kinked to the upside, it's still upside. We need downside moving averages indefinitely. I mean, I'm talking about it has to be fully downside to determine the last time frame average true range for the upside. I know. It's crazy. Resistance number 1 is about to hit right here. Whatever, guys. It's just a gimmick that I do so that you can understand that, ooh, this guy's got a skill. He can tell us where price action is going right away. It's all a bunch of crap, guys. It's just price action. We know how to read it. We know how to perform it, whatever you want to call it. But enough with the shilling here, right? Anyway, so upside 3-minute time frame. Remember the stochastic momentum below. We're looking for the pivots, right? 4-minute upside continuation, 5-minute upside still, 15 upside still kinked, right? So this is your downside. This is your last downside here. 15-minute time frame of upside is what we're getting. Current ATR top 303.56, and we were looking for roughly a resistance on the inflections right around here of 302.89. So it is confluent. Okay, so I'm going to mark off the resistances from where we are at this present moment. This is what it would potentially be. Right where we are, 302.71 to roughly around your 302.89. This is an area to where you can find probabilities of the 15-minute time frame retracing down to the 50%. So if we give this just a few seconds here, you're going to start seeing a decompression of this bar at around these levels, right? So we want this resistance to kind of hit here, right? And then it'll meet its move. It'll meet the average upside, right? This is me assuming that the pull is just this big here. Certainly it can reach up to these areas, right? But I think that the higher probability for me would be right around these areas here. So as this thing closes, there could be a little bit of a bump to the upside, give you the idea that it's continuing to the upside, but then it could retrace to some local support to validate continuation to the upside. All right, guys. So I noticed a change on this. Take a look at this. It is actually still pivoted towards the upside. So this is not it just yet, guys. This gives us another time frame for the upside. Here's the pullback that we're talking about, right? Let's continue to the 20-minute time frame. 20-minute time frame, 4 minutes to close. This is likely to start pulling back too. We have a cascading event potential here, but not quite yet. Let's just validate. So this means that after this 5-minute closure, the 20-minute time frame would give us this potential pullback. Not sure if we're going to get it because this is a pretty good green bar. Let's assume that it's upside continuation. Screw it. 20 minutes up, that would give us definite 30-minute upside, 1 hour time frame upside still, 2 hours up, it's still kinked, and that would give us a total of 3 hours of upside, which looks like it's already been done, or it might continue now. We have about 4 cents on the ATR of the 3-hour time frame, giving us a current ATR top of about 306.73. Nice. So if we have a 306.73, what is the hard target that we're observing to the upside for resistance? Damn, there we go. 307.62. Interesting, right? That's your tangible target. 306.73, not 63, would be the top of your would be the top of your 6-hour bar. Interesting there too, right? Now, what is happening with the 6-hour bar right now, though? It's closing in about an hour and a half. When that 6-hour bar reaches, I'd say 20 minutes to close, you would then face a retrace. So in other words, your new 6-hour bar, which is the one that we're on, is probably going to make a 50% retrace of your prior 6-hour bar, which is a shooting star, and we still don't have the absolute upside that we want. That means that this thing is likely going to retrace towards the targets of around 306. What? We literally said it. It's right there. 50%, the range of that entire 6-hour bar is literally the target that we just told you. The area that we would stop anywhere between 306.02, 306.73, or 307.62. That's going to mark off your 50% range. Then we pull back and do whatever else. So let's see. Let's continue it. Let's find out real quick. That's going to be your, let's see, upside continue. We were on the 20-minute. Yeah. 20-minute time frame total downside. So if that's the truth, the 20-minute gives us upside. That would be 30 an hour, almost done, 3 hours total. So from the 3-hour time frame, downside would start. We actually retrace, then we come back towards the opening valuation, which is around 302.30, and this would then continue to the ATR low, which is 298.07. Invalidate that, and we shall find our target. So 298.07 is located right about here. Even if it's 09, whatever, we're just going to leave it there for now. Now, clearly, we have an invalidation area, don't we? Right about there. Now, if it does show that it could stop at around 299, then it'll show that we were always right from yesterday, that we would pull back from that top side, potential lows of 302 to 299, and then continue towards the upside. So I have to give you an overall range, though. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I do have to give you an overall range because it is what it is. So here we go. This would be roughly the 299.70. Oh, guess what? It's already there for us. Nice. Well, there it is. We marked it off a little bit earlier, right? So 298.09 and 299.69 is already presently there for us. Heads up in that target down there. Potential liquidity bottom could be actually 295, so heads up on that too, okay? Yeah, I expect this to happen within the next few hours. The bounce to the upside will continue, sure, based on your 4 hours, 6, 7, 8, 8, 20. We were at the 3 hour time frame. That turns into the upside for, yeah. That would be, yeah, I'm thinking, guys, that could be the support bound. So if we're looking at total topside by the 3 hour time frame, that means the downside starts at that time frame. 4 hours down, 8 hours down, we still have downside into the 12, and a daily's worth of downside, which gives you 12 cents. Daily ATR low located at where? 292.10. Okay, so we just spoke about the potentials of a 295, but invalidating the continuation to the downside is what I'm observing here. So if it is that we have a 292 low, but we're saying 299, what is the significance over a 299 low? That's actually your 50% retrace. It's sitting right at 302, which is what? The zone where we said support would land, 302 to 299, still within our pocket. I have a feeling we're going to false break down. This is going to be a liquidity grab on shorts, and we are literally going to use their entries for upside liquidity. Okay, how much upside? Daily up. Buy daily up. I know this video is going on for a long time, but I need to tell you this, guys. I know. I'm sorry. Upside 4 days, 5 days, and yeah, total of 1 week upside. We may be there already. Current ATR top. Nope, we're headed to 325.50. What the hell is that? 325.50 would give us this this statistical target here, guys. Yep, I think that we would be heading towards this target here of about 318.88. Let me put a line right there. How much you want to bet that line is already written for us in the stars? Let's go 318.88 without looking. Let's see what's up. There it is, 318.89 as the target that we have. But what's the box say? 318.84, 318.88, right in between. Good stuff, guys. All right, so I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. If any questions or concerns, make sure to reach out to me, guys. It's been a long-ass video, and I hate it so much, but I hope you love it. All right, team. Well, yeah, we'll talk very, very scary Larry Jerry soon. All right, team. Adios and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. And that was done. Thanks, guys. Dude, that's always such a freaking process, man. There's too much to talk about on this because the freaking invalidations and validations for XRP are just ridiculous. Every single chart that I've charted, guys, yes, we've been on, I think, like 95% of every chart that we said. But they have not been easy. It has not been as easy as it has been before. I have to come. I mean, I've told you guys already, right? It's just, that was a lot of numbers. I know, a lot of bachata. Yeah, that was insane, guys. That was insane. Like, that wasn't easy to read here on XRP. And every other play, including the SPX, I mean, yes, we're making bank, right? But none of those were easy. None of them. Which one was it that I had to stop yesterday and not talk to you guys? I had to literally block myself out and just have you watch me work. It was the VIX. It was VIX, right? And it worked out perfectly. My goodness. Yeah. Yes, but there is the pullback. All right, there's a probability of getting long 298.19 around 299.69 with a probable 295 technical low in liquidity grab and a statistical 292. But the 292 doesn't convince me because we have a ridiculous amount of concentration. Potential buyers around the, high 290s, around there. But I hope I hope it works out. It's just, that was incredibly complex. It's just so many, guys, remember that we have the closures of the quarter, the monthly, the 9-month, the freaking 1 week, the 2 week. All of those are playing against everything right now. The psychology is insane. Weekly traders closing, rebalancing, institutions closing, rebalancing, right? Quarters, not to mention the month too, right? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So we have to learn. This is where, guys, at the all-time highs, where you don't have to look back, where you don't have hindsight to kind of say, oh, there's a fractal here, there's a pattern here that looks like it repeated there 18 times in the past, right? This is the time to where a true fucking trader shows their talent, where there's no price action anywhere else under conditions that have never happened, and you're using nothing but price to find out what the heck is going to happen. Some physics here and some psychology, sprinkle some geometrics, and voila. Right? Okay, let me post this thing up and give my voice a little bit of a break here, guys, so that I can continue yapping up about the markets tomorrow. We have a few things to look at, AMD included. Many of those tickers, like that made the upside, we called out. ASTS before that massive run to the upside, guys. We were talking about a target of 61.53 to possibly 68.92. Now, I want to see if we got close to that. Psychological targets were at around that 65.99. Let's take a look now. There you go. Check it out. ASTS absolutely making the move. Good stuff, guys. I know that some of you benefited from this play, so congratulations to those of you. I didn't get the entry conditions that I wanted, but we absolutely nailed the play. All right, guys. So let me, if you can give me just a quick little, and I will post up our XRP play, rest my damn voice, and be okay for observing the markets for the continuation tomorrow. Yeah, I believe SBET alongside BMNR should be running too. I think they run in tandem. Which would be the Ethereum plays, the crypto-backed assets. So those would show some pretty good upside. Not to mention the NVIDIA correlated plays as well, right? So INTC making good upside as well. Guys, we need to take a look at a few things here, and we're going to determine what that what that price action is going to give us. So let's do the damn thing. I love you guys. Hold on just a moment, okay, team? Enjoy some Arca music. Here you go, guys.
Walking right by me like it's nothing. Fuck you thinking I saw you feeling me across the room. Now let me have you come here. Can we skip the games and the 3-day text? Oh baby, you have got nothing to fear. Do you fuck with me or am I losing it? Trying to make things clear. Let me take you to my place. Just leave the talking to me and open up, you'll see that I wanna take you back to my place. Just take a walk with me so everyone can see us. What if I told you that I knew I'd figure it out without a doubt? I say, so get those eyes on me from across the room. Or let me have you come here. Can we skip the games and the 3-day text? Oh baby, you have got nothing to fear. Oh, fuck with me or am I losing it? Trying to make things clear. walking right by me like it's nothing. Fuck you thinking. Let me take you to my place. Let me take you to my place. Let me take trouble finding my past in places I've known to call home. And even if I could recover, I still wouldn't have a reason to stay here. No, I would keep running from who I am now, desperately looking for someone to heal me. Please make yourself appear from the mist. I know I can see you now, I can't refuse. Please make your way out of the dark now. Make me believe that I still have reason to stay here. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let it go. I promise to go where we last held on. I'll fall without you, right to the ground beneath the grass I'll lay my bones will shed the tears I left, leaving the memory we once shared. I'll be the one who says sorry for the life I gave you then. I'll come out the dark now, make me believe that I still have a reason to stay.
This is taking a little too long here with the post, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wait and just continue with our analysis here. ThoughtZoo is asking, where can we listen to your music? Well, damn. That music that you heard, it actually was the working. Damn, dude, it's hard to talk about that. That was the working material for the band that just fell apart. We were already signed. We were touring, you know, it just didn't work out. You know, we grow apart. Shit happens, man. You know, when you're together, like in a band, dude, you're together like so much, so much. But that was the music that we had were in the works, right, for the potential release. And that was around, I don't know, man, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, or actually more, maybe. We were, you know, we were touching on elements of rock that weren't really observed, you know, through, yeah. Really, Ninja? You don't hear the music right now? Listen, I'm gonna turn it up. You don't hear it? No way. Thought Zeus, send me a DM, buddy. I'll give them to you. Panda, dude, so many people have asked me as I have, you know, grown Arca over the years. So many people ask me, man. And I transfer MP3s on the songs, you know what I mean? And by the way, the songs that you're hearing, those were just tests. They weren't even done. They were like, I don't know, months from being done and perfected and whatever else. Let's see, need to put some of that ish on Spotify or something, especially the ones we bumped in my car. Dude, you like those? Sick, right? I have so much music, guys. I mean, I wish you guys could just see me write. It's similar to the way you see me chart. There we go. Looks like it posted here. Okay, buddy. I'll hook you up with some of those, man, so you can hear it. You like to listen to rock? I mean, I'm everywhere, dude. Like all these hip hop beats in the background, that's all me, you know? I'll write you any genre, anything. Let's see. Let's go ahead and publish this. Let's go. Oh, always. Let me see. How can I get out of this? Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and leave up this over here, guys. So this is just so you can see what the website looks like for the quick software, quick options. Check it out. Make sure to, oh, hold on. I'm gonna do the at everyone in post. I'm gonna provide the link for quick down here in the chat, guys. Okay, that's that. Let's go to announcements. Get that going. Okay. Now. There you go, team. Let's go ahead and provide this for you in the chat. I'm also going to put it inside of the YouTube chat, should anyone use it there. There you go. And in here too. Here you go, guys. This is the link for quick options. Make sure to click that, guys. Check it out. Sign up. Do your deal. I've been using quick options, guys, for months and months and months. Now that it's at a release, it's just, I mean, it's full blown now, guys. Absolute cool stuff. All right, guys. Let's do our thing. Let's do our little dance, right? I honestly think that we should probably start with the broader markets. Of course, guys, I'm talking about maybe the SPY. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of switch up the deal here and continue the analysis. Let's see. All right, good deal. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna mention that everyone, I'm back. Okay, guys. Let's do the damn thing. I hope you can still hear me. My voice is still here. Please let me know that you can still hear my voice. Let me turn up my mix here. Is my mix okay? Dude, I hate how these headphones make my hair look sometimes. It's so annoying. Okay. You still here? Chilling. All right, guys. You heard me? Thought Zeus, why, buddy? Why you say? Get back to making music? I still am. That's also part of the thing here, man. But trust me when I say here, look, before we get started here, trust me when I say, man, that I was an influencer in music first, and man, you can really fake. People can really fake who they are and what the talent actually is, man. And that's nasty. You know what I mean? When pullback ASTS, we're gonna find out, my brother. We got a couple things to look at too. Remember, team, this, really, Sebastian came up and said BMNR ready to go. I believe it. It's got the volatility build up already. So what happened was that as I tried to be an influencer in music, I learned a great deal of skill to the point to where my son was sick, and I had to quit it. And I was at it for maybe a year and a half. And I accumulated like 160 something subscribers in that time. And that's not writing like my own stuff. It was just like showing things of music relevance, and I just stopped it. And then the stock thing came up, my son was whatever. And it took me 31 days to accumulate 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, being Arca. Because I wasn't looking at things in hindsight, because I wasn't faking who I was, because I didn't give a shit about being an influencer, and all I did was say where the price was going, whether you liked it or not. And I never said subscribe or hit the like button because I wasn't really happy with life. I was, in fact, blaming a lot of things, having my 2-year-old almost lose his life. I was pissed. I was angry. And I was emotionless. And that's who I was as Arca. I just wanted to help people and not receive any messages for it. That's all I cared about. So, yeah, guys, it was a good transition. It absolutely helped with the family. But I'm back, team. I'm absolutely back, and let's go ahead and take a look at the broader markets now. Let's start off with the SPY and find out what could be happening into the near future. Now, we already know that the ES is already gigantically up, right? So this would possibly be up as well. Sorry. So we spoke about these conditions already, right? We spoke about the tests of the resistance into this area here. We got that, whatever. And we then spoke about the targets of around this 670. Of course, we went to 670.72. This was around 670.18, right? And then we spoke about that pullback. So if we were going to get some type of pullback, we're sitting right about here, which is this point. And now we're jumping towards the upside right from this area here, right? And we're sitting roughly at that 669.46 per the post-market close. What do we do? Entry conditions were here. We nailed them. We got them, right? But from here, I think that, yeah, sure. It looks like we were even building this after hours bull flag, right? Look at that thing. It's kind of textbook. It also kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Of course, it's built in the upside, which is typically not so. It's that's not that's not part of the rules, but nonetheless, it's it kind of is what it is, and people saw it as such or are seeing it as such. So that's sometimes the psychology is more powerful than the actual fact. So we'd have to kind of watch out with that. So this is a bullish buy formation here, guys. And should we have a type of regression on this? Sure. I don't think I'm going to be so crazy about the regression, though. I might omit all this stuff on that upside and keep this as an outlier and just use this top side or this, just use this targeting here from the neckline to the lowest part of the head, apply this to the right hand side of your shoulder, and this would give us a target of roughly 672.19, otherwise known as 672.64, otherwise known as this 672.19. Okay, so please know that this is a lot of price. This is a lot of upside. In fact, I do think that this is blue sky territory. In fact, it is. It is absolutely price discovery, guys. When you are observing the upsides on this, you are bound to the rules of the potential previous formations, geometric confluences, any edge that you can find to give you that continuation, right? So in this case, yeah, we're seeing that we have a buy formation probability here, and not only that, is that it could also provide for us a smaller target. So if we got a smaller target in line, that would be your bull flag breakout, prior day close to the post-market close, and that would give you this target to the upside right here. You're looking at a 670.96, right? Otherwise, I'd say around, you just use this as a 50% zone. This is likely where price action would go to in the after hours, right? Or in the early pre-markets, Asian hours maybe. So you're looking at roughly around the areas of 670.84, 670.73, and roughly 670.99 on the SPY. So if we do that, right, if we actually perform that, that would actually have us maybe pull back a little bit from that 670.80 something or 670.90, whatever that is. We'll pull back to validate some supports. Now, the supports would actually be built around the opening range high of the prior day. So that presents a little bit of a problem, though, because I guess it's an okay support based on how this thing capitulated, man. Yeah. It did do 670.47 all the way to 660.679. So there may be some validity to that. Otherwise, I would have to use, the pivot from the power hour, right? And also use the Euro Open top and also that target that we're talking about around the 670.47, which would concentrate everything around the Euro Open high at 670.01. So just in case there's a failure or a reclaim of structure coming back in, that 670.01 would literally be your target next to your closing valuation of the prior day. So if you do close, then that means you have liquidity sitting anywhere between 669.48 to around 669.18, and your flat middle part 669.38. Yeah, I already pointed at that actually. Nice. 669.48, 669.16 would be okay. And let's just concentrate that top a little bit. Just like this here. BD, I love you, buddy. Man, that means so much, dude. That means a lot to me, buddy. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for being you, bro. You have no idea how much I want to help, dude. I just want to make sure that you guys kill it. That's all. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. This is your local resistance. So I'm just going to color this red, right? In the center part. We always have to make sure to remember that center area, guys. If we remember it, then we're all good, right? So here's your center of that area, roughly whatever that is, 670.84-ish. And this would reject at this point, right? So yeah, I think that we may gap up into the morning, guys. So if this pulls back, I'm just saying the if. I'm going to validate this with volatility and momentum. But if we do get that continuation, it would be based on supporting from that 670.48 that I spoke of. If we support from here, then sure, we can absolutely make our merry way up towards that 672.19, maybe slightly lower than that, whatever that is. And then this would actually pressure price at a take profit, because you bet all the overnight holders will take profit and they will fill the supply with long calls. And this will, probably go down in the take profit and refilling of the supply of the long calls. That would price things down, right? So if we actually do that, guys, that would literally bring us back to the prior day's top gap fill, right? So do we gap and go or what? I don't know, but I have a feeling that we may actually do that. 672, right? This would literally bring us down to that point I'm talking about. 670. 58, maybe 670.45. Of course, we can always retrace to maybe resist from the gap. And there could be a bear trap in this, and that could be located right at 679.36 to 669.23. Those targets right in here, and I already have them completely highlighted for you. I don't have to do them again because I already did them 5 minutes ago. All right. So, good stuff. I think this is looking pretty intense. Let's go to volatility and momentum and see what is good in the hood. Let's get rid of all these drawings here. Silly drawings. Newbie, bull, yep. Somebody just asked me about something else, right? ASTS is one as well. You guys know that I do several validations of my. I usually have the first, my discretion based on psychology and technicals, which is the weakest of them all. Well, actually, it depends on which way you look at it. But I usually do the psychology first, right, against your technical targets. Then I validate them with maybe with statistics. Right, and then I will use two different forms of volatility: your average true range and linear volatility, with or against momentum. I could just not do all of that, right, and just leave you with the. We tested this last week or 2 weeks ago, and all of them hit. I usually nail all 3 of them from the first, but I can't say that I'm guaranteeing that. So to preserve time, I could do that. It's hard for me not to do that, but we could do that. Anyway, let me go ahead and finish this one off because I'm already doing that anyways. All good in the hood, team. So 2-minute time frame volatility profile against stochastic momentum, your standard stochastic momentum. The only difference here is, guys, that I scripted this in here. So I scripted a heat map behind your stochastics, but the heat map is just not on right now. What you're observing as the bars are the oversold and overbought conditions per extremities every closing period that you have within the time frame that you're observing. So this is telling you that you have an average overbought condition at 6.91 bars, right? So this is very, very much more than that. So this, this is probably going to start changing here. The stats are going to start changing. They're going to refresh daily. All right, guys. So let's see. Let's go ahead and continue. This has an upside presence. Yeah, I'm gonna maintain the upside here. I think that. Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't we just not guess? There we go. So let's do downside continuation to the 2-minute time frame. 3 downside still into the 4, 5. That's downside into the 10, 15 downside. I still see a kink there on the 20. 30-minute time frame would be my upside. Or downside. So this would give us about a correction of 56 cents on the price. This brings it down to, I guess this would bring it down to 668, around 668.90, 668.85-ish, right? What is that? 668. And we open up our drawings here, and we probably have it already kind of listed there, right, team? Okay, yeah. So tangible targets. Oh, did we have a 6? Hold on. Am I missing it somewhere or what? This is, okay, yeah, because there's a pivot here. 669.16 would replace the 668.19. And yeah, I guess that could be liquidity there. We're going to go ahead and apply that as a zone of liquidity. All good. 668.58. Perfect. Now, upside continues from a 30-minute time frame, but I'm going to upside from 669 because I think that's a higher probability. Yeah, 669. What is it? 669.16. Okay, so upside continuation from the 30-minute into the hourly. Yep. 2 hours up, 3 hours up. Total of 4 hours up from 669.19. Gives us $2.50. Wow. Nice. So that would be our resistance on top that we're talking about already. 671 or 670.90, whatever that is. No, this here. So the might as well 672.19. Statistics proving 671.65. Let me go ahead and just put that in there anyway. And that is interesting there because that would be the 50% split between your top side, discretionary top side, or psychological top side, and statistical middle bound. Good stuff. I would say that I think we have enough. If something bad is mentioned, guys, which I don't know, you know, there could always be something mentioned. I think that we have enough room to concentrate this take profit target manana. And there's no probability test on that. There's nothing. There's nothing, guys. It's just, I'm just saying here that this is a probability based on price action as I observe it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to do this as a greener color, right? Or actually just green in color. And highlight it like this, right? And make the center bound or the inside focus. Where are we? There we go. There we go. We're going to make this yellow here, and that would be complete. Oh, it is. Nice. Okay, focus area 671.65, 671.93, 672.19. And yeah. So let's that is still the same thesis, isn't it? Except for the daily close. It's still the same as yesterday, man. But yeah, let's just kind of eyeball that daily close, and this is going to be the modified look from it, right? So we're just going to leave this on the side over here because I know that some of you are going to be like, no, don't move. So we would move down from your 670.98, 670.84, 670.73 if we do move to the upside, which doesn't show like it could be a possibility. I think we only had about, it was downside 3 minutes. All this was downside until we got towards that. That was still downside, yeah, until we got to the 30 minutes. That was downside 30 minutes to 668.58. Hourly time frame upside continues to, that would be 4 hours of upside from 69.19, we said. So that would give us the $2.50, that which would be this focus resistance zone. So yeah, we're coming down first, I guess, to 69 to 69.19. Yeah, not much. Wow, that was a really tiny downside. Like nothing at all. Nothing of a downside. That's cool. All right, that's cool. Here we go. So, which makes me believe that that actually worked. That freaking thing worked. Bull flag worked right about here, guys. This is the, come on, man. Who hired this guy? Give me the right tool. Okay, so again, 669.19. Some type of ridiculousness in here, probably double bottom that, and then continue towards some kind of a breakout, validate your 669.66, and upside it is until you get to around this area, right? That 670.73 to 670.98 is presenting a pretty heavy resistance. Not only that, it's also the take profit for your bull flag. So I believe that this price action would actually go in there, but it would maybe consolidate a little bit. And then this would be probably lunchtime. Retrades 50% of your bar, which puts you, I think, those are the increments that I'd like to see. Yeah, I think you may actually get a pullback to around your 670. This would be it like this. Pull back to 670.03-ish, 4. All right, and this would give us the conditions to actually break out. Resist from 670.99 or 670, whatever that is. Validate 670.84. Continuation to the take profit target of 671.65, 671.93, and your last one of 672.20. Let's see. I don't know where we're going to open, but I assume that we're going to open gapped up. And that gap up may actually be around 670, I'd say. I actually think we may gap up into the 669.96. So we have about $4.98 if we're doing yeah, if we're opening up at 669, yeah, we may be making like an over 3-point move, but if we really concentrate that, we may actually make almost 4 points tomorrow. If we take the psychological target into deep consideration here, sure. But know for a fact that I still have I still have a target up here. So 669 into 677. This was my target that I gave you guys about a day ago or 2 days ago. I don't remember when it was. But if we do go there, that might mean that we have a violent breakout, and we would go towards the blue skies, price discovery. So price discovery would, price discovery would have us rip through this, and we would probably just massively run into this upside. Oh my goodness. I think we're setting up another gigantic run. Let me see. The upside continues on a daily time frame. Let me see the drawing. The daily time frame it's an ugly candle, right? It did close above the prior close and open. Let me see the buy daily. It closed this huge green bar. And the entry conditions we spoke of were as low as 668 based on some type of liquidity. Oh, no. Never mind. It's actually at the buy daily, 50% retrace. Wow. Cool. All right. So this is a full-on fired signal. Upside. Man. Daily time, by daily time frame may open up at 669, right? So that would be $7.92 to the upside from 669. What was it? 669.80 or something. Guys, the buy daily time frame, that would give us $677. 2-day ATR. Not sure that we're reaching it tomorrow. In fact, I don't think so. But the SPY is set to, in my opinion, the SPY is set to break out and continue to the upside on a gigantic squeeze of sorts. Someone's getting squeezed. All right. I'm going to leave this here for now. Because this is actually huge. This is really, really huge. Okay. Wait, that was a different value. 84, I think it was 84. Okay, cool. All right, team. So this is, wait, what the heck? My audio just changed too. Do I still sound the same to you guys? I just heard a phase. It was like on my voice. It was super flanger. It wasn't for long. It was just really quick. 661. Yeah, no, that's it. 92. I confused it with this one here. Got it. My voice is good? Okay. We were at all-time high for people looking for second job, higher than financial crisis and COVID. So that means that, job openings are, man, we're going to offer more jobs. Isn't that what they want? Because there's many people looking for jobs. We eased. Or the way, or how, remember last time that they were trying to cut everybody? They were trying to cut jobs and we were bullish. I'm not sure if but they said the job cuts were coming this time around or something. And that should have been bearish. But we were bullish. Okay. Hold on, team. Here we go. That's what the SPY is doing. Guys, the SPY is kind of like signing a contract for all of us here. For an upside continuation. This is just ridiculous. Okay, here we go, team. This is the print here for the SPY. No problem. I'm going to go ahead and attach it here. Attach it a qui. Here you go, team. So that is it for the SPY. Let me start the post for everyone on the lounge. There's a stimulus incoming? Is there really? For real? Trump says he, oh, yeah. Dude, we're using the tariff money. That's the catalyst, bro. That's the short squeeze. If that is the case, we are pre-pricing the crap out of that. So how much pre-pricing can we do on non-official news? My goodness. That we're going to find out very soon. Is there anything else that's like incredibly bullish? It's okay. This is the market prep. No, honey, I'm going to be done way late. Oh, I have it locked. Hold on. You need what? Luckily for you, I've got it. Hold on, guys. Let me grab a couple dollars for my daughter. I froze. My goodness. Okay, so this is something that's potentially coming up. Oh, right. That's what, huh? Nice. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen, but who gets it? It was posted yeah. No. That was, the news was actually given to us early today. I think maybe around 2 p.m. Pacific. Or no, maybe even earlier than that. I think it may have been during market hours. Actually, I think I'm pretty sure they were. But yeah, that's in. Guys, I'm sorry. My daughter needs to get to sleep. She just needs some cash for tomorrow because she is not going to see me in the morning. She's leaving early. Hold on, guys. Hold on. They took their turn. Dude, and in that episode, man, there was. Hold on, I'm gonna sit here, man. But in that episode, they got so ridiculous to where they didn't even say it anymore. It was like. Oh, I haven't thought about that in so long, bro. Thank you for the laugh, man. Yeah, man, that's so funny. That's really funny, brother. Really, really funny. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and move on. I want to give a quick look, of course, guys. I'm sorry. We need to take a quick look at BMNR here because this play is doing pretty good. Also, remember, guys, that I had you potentially look at your entries somewhere around the 221.75 of Amazon. Likely some continuation to the upside here. And I'm looking for take profit targets around the just to remind you, 224.10, 224.99, and maybe all the way up to 226.29. But it is very, very bullish, and I think that this could be marking a V shape here somewhere, unless we are testing the 50% before capitulating even harder. But there is an opportunity nonetheless, and we could probably benefit from it. Sorry, guys, I'm just a little crooked here. All right, so BMNR is Sebastian came up and said he laid law. So yeah, we're looking at a really ugly diamond pennant here, guys, and forming some kind of convergence, right? And this is kind of leading towards a potential upside breakout. Now, let me see where it is on the 24-hour book. Why don't we find out where the 24-hour book is? My goodness. Oh, dude, wow. Sorry, that's, oh my goodness. The SPY just touched 670.92. Is that exactly what we had? Oh no, it's a 98. Nice. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at BMNR. Does it have participation in the after hours? 56.71. Nice. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. That's where it closed, and it closed on a spike. Why can't I see that spike anywhere else? Damn it. 56.80? 56.80. Yeah. Okay, so 56.80. Let's go ahead and just validate this thing real quick. I want to see where it's going to go. Oh, yeah. Guys, the question. Did you want me to do that or not? I can do it without time confluence. You know, my megalithic strategy. Or I could just do it per discretion the fast way. What do you guys want? The super duper or the not so super duper? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Also, if I have anybody participating in Anna, what's up? I was gonna say in YouTube. You're here as well. Hello. What's up, Anna? Good to see you. I didn't get to follow up on what happened to that other play. Did it work out, or am I a loser? It was the play of many letters. No, I'm just kidding. It was what was it again? ANGX. Yeah, I left it up just in case you reached out to me. But good to see you here. Good to see that you are chilling. And should you need anything at all, let me know. And Alex, Mama, how did it go with your Tesla play? I know that we were starting to maybe reverse and all that good stuff, but I'd like to know if you are okay. And should we figure out something strategic within your position? I am available to you, and we can talk and we can figure that out. So no problem there, Mama. I would just want to make sure that you're okay, and I want to make sure that you don't feel down, right, or anything like that. I know you were down around stop loss parameters, so it wasn't so bad. Down a lot on it now. Never mind. Okay. Link to YouTube. Let me get it. Yeah, that would be up here, team. You know what? Actually, I should maybe consider posting this more than a one time. Here you go, guys. Alex, are you having trouble with audio too? Here you go, team. This is the link to the YouTube. Make sure to hit that in case you are having trouble with audio or visuals. You're very welcome here in the Discord space. So you guys said I might watch it. Wait. I guys, what's the answer? Speak to me. Fast way so we can look at more plays. Ninja, guys, are you gonna leave this all on Ninja? He's gonna determine whether we do this the really fast way or have me use time confluence on absolutely everything, which requires a lot more time. Or I can just go ahead and just right win. All right, fine. Let's do it then. Fast way it is, guys. Fine. Let's do it. Yeah. I got you. Here we go, team. We're going to do it the fast way. We're going to do it the super fast. Okay, so present formation. I'm going to do it with psychology first, right? Don't get too fooled over here. I'm still going to use some analysis, brothers and sisters. All right. Yeah, this is looking like a present bull flag in here. You know, whatever it is, it does have the parameters for it. I mean, huge hourly bar on this. So, yeah, man, this play feels like it's about to do its little damn thing here, right? So, yeah, let's go ahead and take the top side of this area here, and we'll take it all the way down to where the flag could be at the lowest point. The psychological target on this would land at around 57.10. Let's just go ahead and apply that to the top side like this and see what the continuation probabilities would be here. Okay, so, yeah, this is, I mean... This is one gigantic inverse head and shoulders as well, right? So that's it's presently validated, and it's looking like it's continuing. So further than this is also a thing. So let's go ahead and just take a look at your regression lines. Yeah, they would likely be something like this right about here, right? So that's your inverse head and shoulders, gigantic formation here. So let's take that into consideration as well, just like this. Top side target, center of the shoulders, would actually be the potential regression top. So in time, that may mean that we can get to, man, I would say this resistance would be number one. Hold on. Okay, potential. Okay, let me read. Hold on. I'll put the resistance right here. And I'm just going to use larger time. And let's do that. Okay, resistance, definitely a bunch of gaps in there. We're going to have to consider those first. So let's see what's up. Okay. Well, that's going to be a tough one here. Let's find out which one's soft, which one isn't. This is really challenging. So I would say that some of your topside price action may start to resist somewhere around here. That's the proximity is tiny. So I'm wondering if that's going to allow us to get into the more confluent gap bottom here, which has confluence with all of these targets, right? So that is presently what I feel like could be a higher probability. Wick basis gap right over here too, nice. And the low of this gap. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and commit to this target here at around 59.02. as a present area of resistance. Potential pullback on that would be in play since we are kind of leaving the daily time frame. Pullback to the daily time frame closure or the high of the day could be in line here. So the closure of the day would be around 56. What is it? Closing. What is it? 56.50? Okay. So no. That's like 50. So yeah, okay, 56.50. That would be an area of support, tangible support. Yep, there it is. So I think that we're moving to the upside first, guys. Pull back to validate or close the gap of the day. So let's go ahead and draw it in for now. And the upside continuation we already kind of have. And also we have a gigantic formation to look at the other targets for. So let's go ahead and put this in the hourly time frame maybe and draw in our stuff. Good afternoon to you, brother. Good afternoon to you. And this is that potential continuation. 5907, right? This would bounce from the area of 5713. This can actually get us to validate a resistance at this point. Should that get validated as a resistance, we will face deeper downside, but I think this is the bounce area. Okay, so a little bit of consolidation is what I'm thinking, right? And then we get that breakout. So the breakout would literally break through this area here into the top side of the bull flag or inverse head and shoulders tiny time frame. This would be it right here. Tangible targets would lead you towards the space of around 63.56 to roughly $66. I'm going to favor the 63.56, and this would pull us back to validate the break of that crazy gap right around the 59.18 before continuation to the upside. So if that is the trajectory of this play, we are looking at resistance coming up fairly quickly after that, and that would be located right about at this point. And I'm going to have to adjust it a little more towards the 63.68. 63.68 is actually right here. We already did that. Perfect. Let me go ahead and favor the ones above that. 63.68 right about here. That would be 65. 63.81. Let me go into a larger time frame again. 3-day time. That should be enough. 63. Let me see. What's confluent to the 63s? Right here. There. Oh my goodness. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. Yep. That would be it right there, guys. 60, just about 64.10. And that's yeah, that's pretty nice. Let me see what the 64.10 looks like against our price over here. Yeah, that's good. All right. So we're still moving. We're still moving here. Let's see. So this is a breakout strategy, you guys, and it's looking pretty interesting. Okay. So this is our hard target, 64.10. This is 64.10. Oh, we are double topping here. Hold on. Okay. 64.10. We're looking like another consolidation phase. Okay, screw it. So we would do this from this point. Test the bottom side, continue towards the upside, and now we're looking at a take profit target. Number one would be roughly around these targets here. So I see the confluence, and I would maybe adjust it to around 67. Hold on. Yeah, just about 67.83. What the heck? Why'd you disappear, sir? Okay, 67.93, whatever that was. We have a daily ATR top of about 58.93, and I'm sorry, of $4, almost $5. Dang. So we're thinking about opening the market. Where are we opening again? Around $57 or $59. So if we open the market there, that would mean we retrace, but from a $59 target to a 50. Yeah, guys, I think it could actually do it. So if we're, yeah, I think if we're opening 59, we have around, if that's saying $5 up, you're already at around you're already at the 64 range. So this may be a 2-day move. That's why it's saying that. Okay, got it. Yeah, no problem, guys. That's, we have the opportunity to maybe make a 2-day ATR tomorrow because of the crazy volatility present, but this is, it's reading what it's reading, right? Just that's my price. I think that we gap up, right? This thing pulls back for potential entries, which could be located just about here. Continuation to the upside would lead us towards the psychological tops, pullbacks into these areas here again, that's fine. And then your take profit target, this would be into the second day, I guess maybe Monday or something, or maybe tomorrow. So this, yeah, guys, I think that as soon as we start reaching that area of 71.49, this would pull back a little bit heavier towards that 64, maybe even towards the lower pivot of around 58 before really making a top side of around $80. This, I feel like it's going towards 135 or 105. So just heads up on this, guys. I'm giving you a huge call out right now. I do believe that BMNR is getting ready to make maybe a 70-point move to the upside here. So it's going to be little by little. It's going to be really zigzaggy, but an ATR daily of almost $5 on a $64 asset is really volatile. So please be careful. Please be very careful. But this is the present strategy. Done, son. Done, son. Yeah. Sebastian. Okay. Let's start it off from here, guys. So that would be screenshot. Okay, guys. Sexy Stokes on this, man. Here it goes. And let me go to the lounge, apply it there. Okay. Guys, the ASTS play, you guys are wondering if there's a pullback on that. Which one? You guys want to add that into this? BMNR? Market capitalization is it's 16.09 billion. We have let's see. So this is there we go. We have a float of around 267.51. This could be a little bit of a, guys, that's this is weird. Hold on, my mother is calling. Hold on, guys.
Que bueno, Arca. Everything okay? Seb. Yeah, at this point, dude. Oh my goodness. Um, I don't think it's going to dump newbie. I think Bitcoin wants to test 125 and potentially run a bit higher. Since we are in a bull run right now. We finally got that push to the upside that everybody's been waiting for. So I think the money is gonna start rotating soon into crypto to give that a push and a run. By the end of the year, maybe Bitcoin could potentially be at 200,000. We'll see. Yeah. Ethereum probably 6, 7K. I think so too, Seb, man. My eyes been on SBET for the past couple days just because we technically seen Bitcoin break out of the 109 and then the 112 and then the 115. So I'm like, I think this is like a good time for SBET, but it's not really. Let me see what SBET is at right now. Hold on. If you notice, Seb, like SBET and BMNR and like miners are not running as hard as MSTR and Coin yet. It's kind of weird. Um when Bitcoin broke the 89,000, remember SBET running to like $30? It was like it was insanity. But I don't know why it's lagging. So maybe like 1817, 1872. Yeah, I mean, it might be something good to look at and probably just take a position in it. They do run in tandem. Man, I just know if Bitcoin hits 125 in the next couple days, potentially tomorrow, it's gonna run. SBET's gonna run. BMNR, obviously, Arca's seeing it in the chart. Yeah, yeah, a lot of the miners, um, and the proxy plays to like Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're lagging. They're lagging a bit. So we need a money rotation into that. But I mean, look at Tesla. Like it hit the 479 today, and notice what smart money did. They all took profits on Tesla. That's why it dropped 30, 40 points, guys. Like it didn't just drop because of retail, profit taking. Institutions were waiting for that level. They wanted to get out. They rolled the run. It was up $100 in like less than a month. So like smart money wants to get out. I wasn't smart enough, I hope. Should have got out. I was sleeping, guys. I slept in and I missed it. I didn't have anything set. Guys, notice the green box that Arco's drawing in? That's your entry potential on UNH right there. That's his levels. He's on the phone right now, so give him a minute. He'll be right back, guys. Yeah, so those are going to be your entry potentials, and his target is 363 on that run. 351, 352, 353, 64, and we see that upside potential. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Retest the breakout, and then we actually break out. Yeah, yeah. Got you. Then we retest a prior level and potentially go higher. We'll find that middle level. I like it what I see. So you guys do notice UNH has been consolidating for quite some time since we had that run. Um, Warren Buffett did purchase shares and it ran incredibly fast. Although we did pull back on this and we did consolidate for quite some time. He sees the upside potentials by this Friday on there. It's 363. Incredible. Maybe even 367. Okay. Tomorrow. Yep. I'm ready. Technically zero, not zero, zero DT. Not sub calling out the zero DT. He's a holy moly, guys. Do you consider, guys, if this runs pre-market or begins to run overnight, those premiums are going to open up really spiked, guys. Don't do anything the first 15, 20 minutes of market open and try to buy those contracts. Those premiums are going to be really spiked. Be very, very careful. You guys would want to wait for some type of pullback for those premiums to settle down. They're going to be really expensive. They are technically, yeah. I really like this charting and narrating and him doing his thing. This is cool. I hope I'm narrating properly for you. This is a B play. مرحبا ديا كيفك؟ صباح الخير صباح الخير أهلا وسهلا. هلأ عنا نحن المغرب. ترم النوم. كيف حالك؟ I'm glad to hear. Thank God. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. Yes. Oh, newbie. Wait, do you speak Arabic? We got all the Mediterraneans in this room. This is incredible. شوية. ازيك وكيفك؟ مرحبا. بحكي عربي. Yes.
Check 1 2, check 2, check 3. Guys, do you hear my voice? Check 1 2. Nice. Newbie, what, dude? You're a Syrian?
Everything okay, Arca?
What? She.
Yeah.
She.
Oh God, stop.
No,
No.
she was, you know. Yeah, she's going through some stuff, and you know,
Yeah,
she,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. I
you
just wanted
know,
to make sure it wasn't like, yeah, okay.
I also
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to be all emotional in here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I was,
I mean,
yeah, I got you.
it's not so bad. It's just her.
Okay.
A lot of it is her
Yeah,
knees. You know, that is one of the things.
yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, I
And
just wanted to make sure, what was good, that's it.
yeah, thank you so
Yeah, okay.
much.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, good. I know, trust me,
Insane. But
mama. Oh my
new,
God. Yeah.
yeah, Newbie is telling me that yes, dude. One of my best friends in high school was from Assyria, and dude, you guys are actually like some of the, I think the first maybe civilization or one of, I think, right? And he's now he's now one of the lead artists for for the Simpsons. His last name is Atniel. Does that sound familiar to you? But yeah, excellent drummer, dude. We were always playing and drawing together. But yeah, he's colors and for the Simpsons today, man. Yeah, one of the first, right? Very cool stuff, man. Very cool. Mad history here, guys. So team, UNH was another one that I wanted to show you. I know you're asking me to look at other tickers and stuff, but I've been also studying, right? So I can give you the tickers that I believe are just going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I want to provide for you like these plays, I see them and I want to just tell you like, let's get it. You know what I mean? But this is absolutely one of them, team. UNH looks like it wants to do this. Like, on the Daily Gap, there's a huge thing there too, right? So this whole thing, all of this, like from history, that gigantic gap. See the 363 target that I'm talking about, like right around here. Like your liquidity pocket is absolutely in here, and you're like quarter of the way of filling this gap over here. My goodness, guys! Like I think this is going towards that 376 to potentially 380s, 383s, 87s, 382 potentially right at this area in here. Liquidity pockets are literally in here. Coin 382, yeah, but yeah, dude, right? And like you're 376 or something into that. I think it was like, yeah, 381s, 382s, they're around there, like pockets of liquidity, So this feels super intense. I'm just reading price here. I'm not really reading anything else, guys, but I do think that this is within a very large bull flag that I didn't even tell you about in this drawing. And that's because it's just gigantic, and this would be suggesting that topside target. So if I just put this down like that, guys, let me see, are you seeing my chart? Yeah. All right. So if I just put that bull flag in line here, well, I guess I didn't even show you that target, guys, right? I don't want to show you that or really put it there, this right here, right? So it's already there. So that target is about 395. And if you come back to the daily time frame, we are long closing that daily gap, So, sorry. Yeah, we still have a lot of space, guys. There's still a bunch of other things to look into. That 395 could easily be a hard target of around 386, right? Your 383s or 2s, whatever that is, this entire little gap in here. That could be the liquidity pocket as you fill the 378 gap from way down there. You'll reach all the way into that, and you'll see that there is an area of liquidity. You'll feel that, and then that liquidity will literally just sell at that point, validate your potentials of around 368s, 370s, and rally back up. So this feels like a traditional breakout multi-bullish formation strategy. It's got a lot of validators, you know, and your monthly volatility versus momentum is 100%. I mean, not to mention that the daily time frame hasn't seen the effects of this day just yet. The daily time frame stochastic momentum versus volatility. See this volatility signals already expanding in here, getting ready for a crossover above the moving average. The moving average certainly made its way inside of the 15 percentile. We have an upside bias based on this bar, the second, you know, the prior bar, and we're now printing this gigantic green one, and this is what it looks like based on the prior bar. The stochastic momentum and volatility, this here is going to represent, or going to be represented in the next trading day, which is our next session. So as soon as this thing opens up on a daily, you'll notice that this is going to be pivoted even harder to the upside, and that's specific. And that is very crucial and very important. Why? Because this pivot may actually be closer to the gravitational point of your bullish strength percentile, your bull strength percentile, which is around the 78% of your 80% overbought condition. Since it is 80%, I think that maybe we'll be able to extend this to around 76. So we're going to be very close to the bull strength percentile, guys. And that will also show in volatility as a signal fire. And this will be just, there are statistics for this, you know? So by daily time frame, yeah, guys, this is really, really powerful here. Check this out. 4-day time frame closed that gigantic bar. It was already an upside pivot and already still expanding. 5-day time frame, my goodness, guys, these are the formations are here, man. The weekly time frame is closing. Oh, heads up, the move tomorrow, we have to make this move to I mean, we don't have to do anything, but I'm saying that the move, if we get to the place of 363.28 before 4 hours to closing, let me make sure, 6.5 hours. Damn. 6.2 to 6.25 to 6.3 hours on average, your weekly bar retraces. This thing is, oh man, okay. I have a feeling that your 50% retrace of this weekly bar would be 352.57 to around 351.34. This, if it doesn't make it to the 363, by the time that the weekly time frame reads 6 hours to close or 6.5 hours to close, dip out. This thing will likely start to retrace 6 hours prior. Guys, you know what that means? That we may not actually get a shot at this. Wait, yes, we may. Because 6.5 hours prior to the close is literally the opening of the market. So literally intraday open, like 9:30 a.m. open. That's 6 hours, 6.5 hours right there. That's the pullback zone. If this retraces during the pre-market to these lows, that means that this is retracing early and we have a high probability of continuation. Oh my goodness. I got it. Yep, I got it. Okay. We have to watch out with that price. 3-week time frame. Hold on. 12. 18. Oh my goodness. When did it hit this low? Hold on. That low is located. Man, this is really intricate. Okay, 332.85 was hit when? September 20. Oh my goodness. When was September 22nd, guys? How many weeks ago was that? We're on, I need to know. I need to know. We're on October 2nd. Is that 2 weeks ago? Two weeks ago? Like, could we count that as like 2 weeks ago-ish? That means, let me see this. 3-week time. I'll tell you right now, Michelle, I got you. So that's roughly 2 weeks, right? Oh man, nice. The 3-week time frame, guys, that's 20, like, it's like 20 hours. Oh my goodness, it retraced early. Yes. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Your 3-week time frame closing in 13 hours, 50 minutes, retraced early. Meaning that if it was already down here, it should still be down here. Man. No, I'm not mute. Guys, can you hear me? Fuck. Mama, stay up here. Queenie, you hear me, right? No sound?
Yes, I hear you. I'm
Okay.
here.
Yeah, let me.
You
Damn
got
it, I'm all frantic. Guys, hold on. This isn't. Bro.
It's okay. Getting you an H. That's it.
YouTube check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 check. Yo. All right, team. Let's get this started again and again. Somebody has to. Why are they so like Windows, bro? Windows all the freaking time. An update and an update and an update. And every single time the notification comes in, it like trips the audio and like, dude, I know it's that now. Every single time I also, it's been, I don't even know how long it's been now, dude. The other stream, I guess, was a couple hours long already. I've been streaming for like 5 hours because of the master's course, you know? So there is a large portion of the day that I am streaming. So it would get me. It would get me. Guys, let's see. Seb, if you hear me, buddy, me and Coin were also curious about that, about the options contracts being valued during the after hours, even into the nighttime. So it's not, no, they're not trading. They are being valued by the ES's present price as an estimated worth. Is that what it was, Coin? Is that what they told us, or what we figured out? It is that, right? Okay. This is the 3 week. I'm sorry, you're not even. That was the time frame that I was on, because that was the early retrace. Hold on. Yeah, so the 3 week closes tomorrow. So I'm thinking that this wants to, you know, it did like a, you know, a pretty good effort at, you know, it's not quite 50%, but dude, that was a valiant effort. And all these signals are firing now. So the 50% should have been 326, but it did come down to 333, right? So around 45%, whatever that is. So this upside here, all that upside from 333 all the way to the present moment of 354, I see that as a gigantic cascading event of all kinds of time frames and volatility and stuff, starting from around the 6 or 8 hour, I think. Yeah, dude, right here, look at that, man. My goodness. Dude, look at the momentum bars here, bro. This feels like continuation like a mother. Tomorrow it retests 323. Like tomorrow? Let's see. I feel like it must go tomorrow. Oh, yes, that is my point. That is my point exactly, dude. So seeing that the 3 week time frame is above support, right over here, right? So that would be your 352.53, which I have entry for already. So that area, I think, is your daily 50% prior bar. Nah. Ish. It's also the breakout zone here, you know? So I'm thinking that we kind of double top-ish here, or whatever that is, come back, validate your areas of support, breakout, right? So now this is going to be the condition here. If we don't make it above the zone of that, 362s or whatever that is, which is your 3 week high, 50% 3 week retrace, right, would lead to at least a 340 or something, and then that can cascade for further downside to 320s. So this has a plan in mind here, buddy. Yeah, so 50% this thing would be roughly around 342. You know, it'll have another nice little upside here. So if here's where things get really interesting. So if this thing tests your 342, You're reclaiming structure here, but you're also bouncing from inflection from this point to this point, right? So now, if this thing goes up 342s into the resistances of this area here, concentrated zone of 348, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $6 of momentum and volatility increase, does that invalidate the downside? My head is hurting with that, dude. So, like, I have so many questions. I'm not sure. But the immediate short term is stupid bullish. Like, ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. I think this has just, like you're saying, dude, we probably peekaboo or something. We probably just go into it, resist a bit, pull back, and whatever else. Now, remember, guys, that this, I did not rate a B plus or a B whatever. I rated it a B. Right? Now, the play for BM&R, I did rate this one a B plus. So you know, choose your battles here, right? That it's there's a B there for a reason. Is because we're at the freaking top of the market here. You're buying the top, all right? So that you like this is with the potential of a massive continuation. I'm just being realistic here. That thing fails that top side of the 350s, right? If it fails the 350s or whatever, that might retrace, and if it reclaims, guys, if it reclaims the 352 or 354 inside of that 3-week time frame, that could capitulate. You know, you have supports all the way down there, 342. You probably, and then the one all the way to the low would be 323 or 324. In between that, you have 334s right around there. So you know, there's a big gap of liquidity down there too. I'm just giving you the dangers of UNH, okay? Because UNH is disgusting. That thing moves like Tesla and Netflix, and it's like UNH. You know, it's. You know what I mean, guys? It's like it's just got a lot of emotion, and it does have a lot of history too. I don't believe the asset belongs down here, right? I think it's undervalued, whatever. You know. So whatever that coin saying, I feel like it must go to, yeah, right. And then the 335 back test was the bottom of the gap. It held as gap support. UNH, let's see. So we might not get the 323, especially with all of the healthcare rotation. And so that may be we could see a temporary blowout on this, man, or a blow off. And then, you know, you can get a quick pullback, 367 to 375. That'll bring you right down to that 350. So, you know, or 350, even into the 342. So you may actually get a 30 to 50 point retrace on that to validate the break out of this zone at 360. So 360, I'm telling you that 363 is the top, but you may find liquidity right around the 367 because that is the gap close. UNH is lazy, but that's in consolidating moments. But when it gets going, guys, like this thing can go. This is an 8-hour bar moving 320 all the way up to 345. 8 hours, guys. That's you know, that's insanity. So yeah, it could be ready for a move here, guys. Let's just see how it goes, but make sure to risk appropriately, okay? It is a B play, not a B minus. But it is B and not a B plus. That should give you an understanding already. Okay, guys. And yeah, with you know, in respects to the BM&R play, guys, I don't see downside in crypto just yet. I don't think that we're at inflection of anything, right? In fact, we're breaking into the prior structure, so that can lead to a further upside, specifically another 7,000 Bitcoin. Right? So in this case, I think that we may actually have, you know, BM&R just go up based on the whole, just based on dynamics of the cryptocurrencies. It's asset backed, you know, crypto backed. So yeah, this can create a lot of volatility towards the upside, guys. This is looking pretty damn good to me too. Entry conditions, Michelle, take a look here, mama. Look at this. Your entry conditions are to come down from a high, right? So I think this could be somewhere in the 50, something, right? And this would come down towards the 59.14, maybe 57.20. Potential jump from these areas here as entry, right? And breakout from some formation here that we're weirdly forming here, okay? So I'm saying that in a more controlled manner, in a macro manner, I think that what we're doing, let's see, it would be, that's the price action. Do I have the, thesis one? In a more controlled manner, I think this is more along the lines of what we're doing here, right? So, I know that that's a lot of upside, guys. I know. But I think it's in line, okay? And here's the next thing, guys. You know, now that Quinn is mentioning that, I actually believe that, next year, maybe 2 years or something, actually maybe 2 or 3 years, 2 to 4 year long-term goals. I think that your Ethereum could be worth around 10 to maybe 13, 5, 14K around there. There's some confluent signals and some really weird things happening within volatility in the larger term, and specific to larger time frame closures. Okay, so there is a probability of a major correction by mid or quarter next year, and that correction may lead into a potential August to October retrace or finding the bottom before actually rallying into maybe November and December. Again, for like I can't tell if it's next year or the following year. That's the thing. It's so much price action. It's away from its averages. It's away from everything. It's just reading price and the way that it's moving. I see those potentials up there. Okay, so I'm just giving you that news right now, right? I told my dad to buy that thing at $800. It'll never see it again. We didn't buy it. All good. Yeah, I'm actually reading Bitcoin. I'm reading like closer to 3, maybe 315, which is just random and ridiculous. But yeah, which puts you at a 260 to 270 mark. So for those of you who are not participating in crypto, at least I'm not holding long, guys, but I know that most of you are. But for those of you who are not like me, haram, oh my goodness, dude. Tell me that I'm right or not, bro. Anyway, so yeah, so I put out the video for XRP already, guys, and that my thesis on XRP is pretty good. I do feel that yes, we have a 299 potential, 289 potential, right? Maybe into the 282s roughly, but that's your accumulation phase or distribution to reaccumulation and breakout into the probabilities of testing the high from prior day into XRP. like guys, come on. It does, like I can't make sense out of something being worth more than the freaking more literally more than the worth of the freaking earth. It has a target of like 115. There's a confluent pattern target that's leading towards like 155. I have a 182 and a 237. Like, what is that? That means that they're gonna have to burn like crazy. So, but my target for the medium term, there is a real possibility at 366 to 465, that dollar. That means that something is going to get announced that's just ridiculous and no one knows about. No ISO, none of that. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something crazy. And that I feel that just volatility is kind of leading me towards that notion. Anyway, I think you guys were saying coin, right? So coin, oh my goodness, dude. This is crazy. Where is it right now, by the way? And is crypto pulling back? Should it be pulling back? That means that we would get some retracement here. Actually, tether dominance is falling like crazy, which we kind of knew already, but XRP is sitting at 303. Okay. All right. So, and now I want to see the ES futures contracts. Where are you at? The ES is now breaking into new all-time highs. Nice. Well done. Let's see. This of player bust says thought Zeus. Let's go ahead and take a look. So that's HEES. This has moved. Well, that's because these like this. It tells me that the where's the mark price? What price is the asset in right now? Damn, look at that, guys. Futures is just going ridiculous. 68.20. Oh my goodness. Brother. Yeah, man. That's just ridiculous, bro. Okay. I'm speechless watching that. That's just freaking nuts. That's oh my goodness. I'm like blushing. Blusher. Okay. We need to take a look at coin, guys. You guys wanted to look at coin, right? That was an old photo? Oh, dude. Wow. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Wow. Yeah, that's going to be grandiose times tomorrow, guys. We got to take advantage of these moves, take advantage of the potentials, guys. This is really, really, really cool. So you guys wanted to see it's no longer a stock. I see. You got you. Oh, bull. Got it. That's what it was. I thought it was coin, but dude, coin is on a big, huge bull flag right now, bro. That's likely, freaking 390s, 380s. But yeah, let's look at bull. Somebody asked me for something earlier and they're not asking for it again, and I can't remember who it is, so hurry. Tell me what it was. I am so sorry. I mean, not hurry. Sorry. Somebody said Arca if there's time or something like that. But I'm going to look at bull right now. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to look at bull. So, was it really, Denny? Okay. I think it was someone else, but it'll be what it'll be, brother. Let's see. Well, you know what that's already looking like. It's looking like something silly. Wow, that 8-hour time frame on bull is absolutely some type of reversal type candle there. Yeah, that means that your immediate is upside, or be out like this. Nice. So let's, guys, this one's important for sure. This is really, really freaking cool. You have these upsides on a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour time frame even there, right? Your 6 and the 8-hour, these might start changing tomorrow. Those are those are bullish engulfings. Yeah, man, bull is looking pretty darn. If there is a potential for a pullback on this and you're looking for some type of entry, I'm assuming that this is also going to gap up like anything else. So not the exact wick of the day's high, but rather this wick high of this day's high. That's what I'm observing for a potential drop. But it does have downside too, right? We have to express or we have to display the liquidity pocket, which could be right about. Hold on, I need to see what's more confluent than anything. Dude, this is already pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So if it's pretty damn good for us, then hold on. Yep. It's gonna have to be this one here. That is. Hold on. Yeah, but it's got to be this one, guys. It's the average of around this here. This is really good. Really good. So, 1444 to 1452. I'm guessing that this is going to gap up to the space between a blink, a blink and a tear. A space between a blink and a tear. Here, I think that this is where it's going to gap up to. Roughly this space here. I mean, I can't validate that completely, guys. It's just I'm guessing. So that's going to be 1462 to 1458. Gap up. Potential pullback from this gap. This is going to maintain red. Right? This has a huge resistance, guys. This has a really, really, really big resistance. I mean, many of them. And it's not... Oh, okay. Hold on. This... Oh, goodness. I'm coming, team. I'm coming. I think this has like this, holy crap. Guys, I don't think this is gonna do what we think it's gonna do. I don't know why, but this is a lot of resistance, like a lot, and too much for me to consider just break out on the first try. So this, you know, we tried to break out here, so this is trying to come back down, right? It supported from a nice low, sure, right? But will we have the volatility for continuation? Technically speaking, a daily time frame did a very similar thing here historically, right? We have that gigantic red bar. We have that weird little doji hammer candle here. And then the next bar did get a gigantic move to the upside, which, by the way, was also a Friday. So that is a fractal that it would be a little irresponsible of me to think that only because that happened once before, it's going to happen once again. You know what I mean? So this guys, I know that this has a 50% chance of going, and it probably is, or I can't tell, guys. I don't like this, okay? Because the thing is here too is that you got to notice this. Please notice this. Do you see this shoulder here ahead? And then maybe we're coming up to these areas, sure, maybe for like another 20 cents, maybe 30 cents, and then you build your other shoulder here. I'm thinking that you're crossing below, you know, in the daily. Let me see the daily. Or even higher. I'm going to show you guys. I just have to have you understand how I'm seeing it, so then you could make your... Yeah, actually, I think it's the daily. I really do think it's the daily. So you see this zone here, right? This is all the way up here, all the way up here. This entire area marks off like a 50% range, like this, right? Something like that. Oh my goodness, dude, come on. Something like this. This is like the split between this entire zone, and your price action is carrying lower lows, lower highs. You're also making lower lows. So I'm wondering if this is in an accumulation, a gigantic accumulation phase. So, which means that this crosses the price action, right? Breaks out, crosses below this, fails to support. That comes all the way down to a local support and then validates resistance here. this could be validating resistance, and we may be actually seeing what could be a gigantic bear play. This feels like a bull trap. It feels like a bearish setup. You know, this is a reclaim of structure. So I don't think we should play this one, guys. Newbie, are you in this? Hold on, guys. I need to. No, bro, wait. Just to be clear with you, I'm looking at upside. I'm looking at upside here. Okay? So that's my condition for you. You're probably going to be opened, gapped up. Like you're probably going to open up somewhere in here at around 1463. And there may be a peekaboo into your 1470, maybe even 1475 before pulling back and then actually creating the downside. There's a really, this is, bro, look at this. This is called a dark cloud, right? So we measure this top side of the candle, right? And this would potentially retrace 6 hours prior to the close. So that would be at market open. This is already retracing. So that's going to be your upside. Hard target 1470, like I said, maybe that 1472 to 75, but that's about it, right? I think this is closing red and likely preparing for a further downside. Hold on. Damn. This is, yeah, man, this is just crazy, bro. I think that we could, dude, you're going to get a bounce in this. And this thing is just, because of the 2-week time frame, this is moving below. So that's why I think that this is actually going to, it's going to pump again. It's already within the 20 hours of a pullback, your 3-week, and likely come back towards its average. So please, brother, please be careful. Let's see. This is setting up something, guys, but it's not ready just yet. It is bullish. It is bullish. I'm saying that it is. Yeah. These dynamics are likely to push this thing up, guys. We're probably going to go to $28 year end, around there, or the beginning of the year. I still think we have things to settle down here, guys. I hate to say it, but maybe even 1250s could be a possibility. Just heads up on this. Funny, it's a way better than Hood as far as the platform goes. All right, guys. So let's see. This can't break 14. No bueno if it does. And then one more thing, bro. I may be completely ruining your life here. You know what I mean? So I hope I'm not. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion on this, bro. And I just would really hate to see you, participate in something that has some kind of a bear play within it, Oh, dude. And see the head and shoulders here, right? You have these, if you do something as simple as this here, head and shoulders, right? Breakdown, validation of resistance, inverse head and shoulders target met, break below the supports, validate 50%, and continue, thus creating a secondary head and shoulders. Dude, I'm almost 70% short on this, bearish on this. Heads up, okay, bro? But this is gonna take 1470s tomorrow. I think at open, or I hope so, bro. Oh my goodness, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Keep an eye on it for sure. If you just put in a little thing like this in the chat and be like, you see how I just put it? Do something like that on the chat, and then just put bull. It's your safe word. So that's your safe word. When you are in trouble, I will run to you. What's going on, brother? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. My poor guy. I love you, bro. I'll save you, bro. Yeah. Daya's not even here right now, man. But all good, team. All good. You're in the 2027? Bro, 2027? You're going to lose like $4. What are you tripping on? You should just hold it all the way through, bro. If anything, buy more. Coin, what do you think of that? You may get a $4 discount, bro. You got so much time, dude. How much were they? Seriously, how much were they? Where's JP? JP's here. Yeah, he's here. 250 bucks? How many do you have? Do you have like a lot of them? Because at 250, bro, I'll be buying like fucking 15. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah. You got to check your theta, buddy. Check the theta, the time decay on it. Multiply that times 100, and then multiply that 100 times 10 contracts. That's how much you're losing per day of holding it. Okay? So, I mean, dude, bull is 14 bucks though. You know, it could absolutely be just a shares play. JP asleep. Yeah, we can't, guys, this coin is right. Definitely right. I almost feel like I want to go super short, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not going to do it. So let's go towards, you guys are insane. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Somebody was asking me about ASTS, the pullback, and I never ever responded to you. I am so sorry. Who was asking that? Are you still in here? JP, you're selling tomorrow? Yes, sell tomorrow, buddy. Remember, 14, dude, here. Damn it, guys. I'm going to put this up for you, okay? Because there's like a gap up potential on this. Okay? So I think, guys, can someone tell me where it is right now? Where is bull at the present moment? Also, let me turn on the camera. Hold on. Coin, absolutely it is, bro. And I mentioned it to the team earlier today. I think that it's about to go, bro. We have a pretty nice upside coming in on that. I think I said maybe 27s, 26s. I think I don't remember correctly, but I will pull that thesis up and show you. I'm just going to go ahead and put these targets here for the team that are, for the team members that are still long, potentially disastrous, play here. So let me just put this right about there. And one more target to the upside right here, guys. So this is where I'm thinking you can go. Okay, guys, I think you're going to gap up in the morning or at the beginning of the session. I believe that you are going to be at these resistances. 1458, 1462, 1470. This is my highest potential, and it's not any type of guarantee. That is as high as I think it may go, with a liquidity top of a very even less probable 1470. I think I said 75 or 74, so I'm going to keep the 74 right here. Please be careful. Be careful. So we're going to put... This is the sell area, guys. So just remember, team, this is the zone where you got to try to get out. Anywhere, can I trust you to remember this? Can I trust you to remember this entire area in here? So if it doesn't break above 1462, got to get out. Got to get. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this with ASTS real quick, team. See what's up. Okay. Oh, dude. Whoa. Hey, hold on. I got it. I got an itch. Hold on. You know, it's that moment when when the product in your hair kind of like switches or whatever. It just created an abundance of I needed to, right? Partially because I've been at it for so long. But here we go, team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pullback potentials for ASTS. Did we VIX screwed you over? No. Wait. What do you mean, bro? That was a successful play. How in the world did you not, why? I am perplexed. I am genuinely perplexed, sir. How dare you? 25 cents? No, dude. The thing is that the whole play behind that was supposed to be really in the immediate short term, So, and dude, just to quickly point it out, it actually did exactly like what we said here, right? We got the resistance, we got the pullbacks, we got the upsides, we got the take profits and all kinds of take profits, and then whatever else. I was pointing at this as in take profit here, right? From the puts. But next time, brother, let's if you need to talk to me, if you need to speak to me, all good in the hood, okay? Let's take a look at ASTS, guys, and find out if this thing has 24-hour participation. Does it have 24-hour participation? By the way, let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a loss, brother. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm so sorry, bro. Okay, ASTS. I don't think it does, guys. I don't think it has any of that. Oh, it does. It's sitting at 6601. So slightly above. It's still in here. Okay. All right. So then that means that there could be a probability retrace on this. Yeah, absolutely. It is very difficult. I think that your daily retrace is in line here. So if you have a 50% retrace of your ASTS play, that means that you could reach the areas of around 6197, but your tangible target, your actual target would be here. So I think that you have a zone that you can pick up long, right? And it'll probably bounce to the upside from there. And I think it's, without bad news, you know, without bad news, I think that you would be able to get a high probability bounce from this area right in here. I was going to point out that exactly. So I'm just going to attenuate it a little bit, right? Then I'm going to put this, I mean, wow, dude, we got very close. We're going to use these targets here. We have to eliminate all the entry conditions and all that stuff that we had from before. Right? It's just a gigantic mess of things. We already knew, we already got. If yeah, I guess there is a place to consider should you reclaim structure, and you know that very well could be within that bottom side, but I would not pick up long if the asset drops below this zone here of, I mean, specifically this 59.69. It feels like it wants to go test this bottom side of the gap. That's going to be the most dangerous entry you can have. The most dangerous entry. And sometimes the most dangerous entries are, you know, your those are your most profitable ones too. But but they have to be played correctly, okay? So just watch out with this. As I do not have. Oh, actually, I do have. I guess I do have some statistics on this, right? It'd just be the probabilities of dropping the prior bar close. But remember that we do have more than just your daily. We also have your. I believe we also have the closure of your bi-daily time frame. So yeah, you know that's a thing here too. So your bi-daily time frame could also pull back 50%, which is very much confluent to this area. So that's lucky. 3-day time frame, remember, would, and also the 6. Wait. Is it? Could it be? Oh my goodness, no way. We closed also a 4-day. Did we close a 4-day? Oh my goodness, we closed a 4-day. It's still around 40% that bar, so that's also okay. We just opened a 6-day. What the heck? Very, very minor pullbacks, guys. ASTS is very, very likely to continue to the upside tomorrow. And I do think that we get, you know, we go beyond the 60, not even $70 zone. I think we probably go for some ridiculous something else up there. Very likely we could. If we're using, hold on, dude, that's tough. That is tough. 65, let's just say $66, right? Yeah, this looks like a just a little above $70, so maybe around 70, 36, 70, 50, around there at the very top side of this. So this is an area where ASTS could resist hard from, but it depends on the psychology behind it too. So if it has like a really, really overly bullish, remember that this thing had availability. I think it had 24 million shares. Yeah, right? It had around 24 million shares short. And it was around 54%. Who said, Thought Zeus, was that you, buddy? Is he in here? I don't think he's in here anymore. But yeah, this has like a huge short interest. And what was the move today? We did an opening of around 58.53. Thought Zeus, buddy, was ASTS the one with 24 million shares short? And like a 54% SI? Is that what it was? I think it had maybe around 26 to 31% institutional ownership. I think so, bro. I think so. I mean, it's just, I can't look all the way up you know, wherever you posted. That's ridiculous. It was like some type of screenshot that you took. There's no way. I don't think I could ever reach that. Never, forever, right? So, I guess, right? But yeah, bro. So I think, guys, I think this has a huge short interest, and there probably is a massive continuation on this, and I do think that we have a probability here for maybe next week, Tuesday. I would say Tuesday, Wednesday. We could be seeing a burst towards the $80 target, maybe that freaking $86 target. This is absolutely bullish, guys. I mean, absolutely bullish. I don't know how else to say it to you, but this is just a powerhouse of upside. And in respects to this, then we have to. Okay. Let's just do it. I'm just gonna. There's another play because of this. So probably, I don't know. This thing may gap up to around your 60. If it does, right? I mean, maybe 66.75, but this is probably going to retrace this, right? So in this area here, this would be an area to potentially long, right? Potential liquidity bottom located back here at 58.54. This would then give you the continuation, right? So this would, you would do something like this, a 50% retrace, and then reach your topside targets of around 70.40. Right, so this is currently what I think can happen tomorrow, depending on how hard it gaps, depending on all the, you know, a bunch of stuff, and also depending on the freaking crazy ass ES, right? Because this, look at the ES right now. Again, this fool is absolutely nuts. This thing is trying to break out like officially here, guys. This is just ridiculous. It just reached that top side as I switched the screen. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, something's afoot. Something is afoot. All right. That's what I think. And please, if I'm wrong, don't hold it against me. Kick your butt. Here we go. These are the key statistics for ASTS. Check it out, guys. And thank you, Thought Zeus, for this, my brother. 271 million outstanding out of 221. Who? What? Implied shares outstanding. What? So we have a lot going on, guys. 17.60% share percentage of the float. Short percent is not 10. There's something up here, guys. I think this could be there's Guatemalan fake Folex shares up in here. What do you guys what do you say? Let me go ahead and jump to present here. I don't see you guys at all. How dare you? CoinFox with his excellent artwork here, guys. Absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, hold on. Look, listen to my nose. Gotta blow it. Hold on. My son and I are just congested for I don't know what reason, but we're both like all the time blowing our noses. Blowing our noses. It sucks. Okay, guys. Yes. Anyway, yeah, guys. So in light of that play, I didn't post it, right? Oh, yeah. These are the new screenshots, guys. Check this out. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Man, okay, so we're okay. Insiders. Oh, insiders bought, bro. That was 17 something the other time. 251 is still kind of accurate, right? We had around. Hold on. Look at this, bro. Look at this. See if we have. Let's do this. So this is ASTS. Let's do dark pool trades. Let's see if we have something in here, I guess. ASTS, and let's do it by. Let's do it the simple way. And which options would we choose? Let's do the no. Let's do the 30-day. Okay, hold on. And we could actually change that here. So let's see. So we have this at what time is it? Military time, 1959 is what again? Is that like 11? What is that? I guess this would be Eastern time. Midnight. Midnight? What the heck is going on here? Hold on. Can that not happen, please? And that was 10-2. We're on 10-3 now, of course. So oh my goodness, guys, look at this. Whoa, look at those. $137 million, $67.05 million. What in the world is happening? There are other millions here too. 1.16 million. Dude. 2.57 million. Somebody knows something. Damn. 8 p.m. Dude, this feels like it's going to freaking squeeze. There we go. Back to normal. If that's the case, guys, holy crap. That is going to be so powerful. Seb, did you see that? 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Did I put the chart up? I have to give it to you, right? Okay, so just real quick, these are the resistance levels. Right around there. Okay, let's do this now. What a mess. I'm sorry, guys. What a mess. This is so cool. Yes. Oh my goodness. There are so many freaking plays. What are we going to do? Bro, this is outstanding. There's literally money pouring out of the skies right now. Dude. Coin. What did you just say, dude? You just said, why do I have a $400 target on the STS? Dude, to be fair, I do have a 105.65 and I do see it as probable. Like, no joke. Oh my goodness. Are you doing, I think, oh, right. Yeah, dude. You're catching the breakout here. So the total zone here, that would be your, you know, the potential measured move on that. So that would be what? Outstanding. So, hold on. If this is how you do it, I'm talking about just your simple way of this, because it does have phases, right? So this way would show you around $200, bro. My goodness. Ah, honey. Oh my goodness, dude. Like what the heck is going on with this, guys? Yeah, ASTS is extremely. Okay, I don't know what else to put after that word, but it is absolutely. You know what I mean? Who let the dog out, says Destiny. I know, Destiny. This thing is just so insane, right? So I'm thinking that this could give us a pretty nice continuation. I like it. Okay, so I got the chart there, guys. Let me put it in the lounge now. What is, oh my goodness, every single chart got deleted because I was having to update some crazy antivirus Windows ridiculous. Okay, so cool. That is ASTS. Now, guys, should we probably consider going to sleep and resting? Because because in a few hours, we're going to have to just make some cash. What do you guys say? Shall we rest? You East Coasters, degens, all of you. Tesla, I'm down. Let's do Tesla real quick. I'm cooling. Remember I said yesterday that I think that we maybe at like a bottom side, but with conditions, right? So that would be the massive master inflection point, right? So that's a very dangerous area to kind of be in, right? So I'm talking about this. Where is it? Sorry, guys. It would be right about here. So it did close below it, right? I was a little worried that Tesla would close below this area here at around 441.77 to around 440.71. This may be giving us, wait, let me pull up the 24-hour instead. I want to know what it's doing. So Tesla 442.05. Oh, thank goodness. So it's above the inflection right now, guys. So it's really sticky here. You might call in and stay home. Destiny, let's go. It's going to be such a good day tomorrow, guys. We're going to kill it. We're going to absolutely kill it. We got mad plays up in here. And yeah, brother, I think that this is already retracing the week, although you closed the biggest bearish engulfing known to mankind right there. You know, historic, I mean, bearish engulfings here. The weekly time frame is also, you know, if it can survive to get all the way above to this area here, which is the one I was talking about, 445 to 451, then there may be a lesser probability of this thing just capitulating down to the zones of 414 or even this gap here on the weekly of 431. I say this because the weekly time frame is closing in 12 hours 41 minutes. So at market open, there is a probability of having this thing retrace its 50%, which, you know, right here, the same. That's why we drew it here. So that's presently a potential. Now the next thing is that you could also get super bull trapped right here. So this is an area here that can absolutely just mess you up super hard right there. Hold on. Just like that. Just like that. Right, guys? So I think that this is yeah, buddy. I'm watching. I'm listening. There's 40-something firms shorting ASTS. Dude, that would be a monumental short squeeze if this thing gets into what? Dude, we need a... Oh, my goodness. Hold on. This is going to be the red area. I'm almost there. Guys, I think you have a shot at least 444.35. Let's see how this does. They are probably going to get squozened. Oh my goodness, dude, that's bothering my butt. What is that? I'm so freaking long. I'm gonna have like this huge like thing on my thigh, on my leg, of headphone shape. So, okay, this has, yeah, guys, I think you have a serious shot at coming back up to those targets. Since you have a 5-day, oh, I see. Dang, oh my goodness. That is crazy. That is just nuts. Let's see the bi-weekly. Okay. That is like one of the biggest peekaboos of my life here. I mean, why would, oh yeah, it would be because of is that the annual top? Whatever it is, it's really high. I think it is the annual top. So this would peekaboo, the bi-monthly peekaboo on the freaking bi-monthly. Oh my goodness, no way. Oh, it's bullish. Holy crap. Dude, Tesla is really bullish. This is really, 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 really bullish. Okay, guys, this is picking up liquidity from 50% your prior bar retrace. That's a 30 to 50%, of course. You're looking at it right about here. This thing should have come down all the way to this area here, but of course, we have other time frames that closed, right? Like your weekly, marking off a higher 50% zone, and that would be located right about, let me see where the high is. I think it's somewhere in there. This is your 50% zone, roughly 431. This thing came down to 433. So yeah, guys, this feels like it's about to pump towards the upside. And like I said, you do have a shot at that 444, but do we have enough sentiment, enough liquidity to freaking run into this area here, 445.47, into that 448.27 and 451.08? Guys, I'm feeling like you may actually see something interesting here, and we could be accumulating from the immediate short term somehow. Tesla pre-earnings run should continue, in my opinion, dude. That's what we're seeing then. I think you are right, sir. So 15-minute time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have some interesting upside signals on this. This is bringing you down to an area of roughly around 438.46. Which I'm not even sure if it happened or whatever, right? But continuing, that downside would be 510, let's see, 1015. That puts you at around 20 minutes downside. That's what, like $2? So 38. There it is. Your entry on this so far, hold on. This is based on a 20-minute time frame. So tangible targets would be right about here, 437.92, 438.51, potential bottom side before continuation to the upside. They had, upside continues from there. So 437.92, so 438, right? Let's go. Continuation to the upside, 3 hourly, 2 hour, still 3 hours, 4 hours total upside. That'll say around, damn. That's giving you around 447. Right here. These are your conditions. Right in between this area here. Tomorrow, I think very likely, it's pretty likely for me now, that this has a potential of reaching 447.54. To about this target here at 449.09. Heads up. Usually that 447 is a pretty good target on frozen. Okay, so sell at this area here, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Price action. I don't know if this is going to gap up. So let's just say that this would come back down towards entry conditions down here. So entry conditions at 437 to 438.40s, whatever that is, right? So we'll enter here, right, and then do the little dance, the whole Macarena here, and then you'll have resistance ranges in here too, which you can use, right, to validate your whatever local upside you have here. Same situation in here, right? You have liquidity tops like this, continuation to the upside. This area will have you pull back probably half your range 40% your range. So maybe something like this here, back down to your 441s, and then you may actually get this. I think this might actually happen, guys. All right, but at some point, I think this may actually do this. You know what I mean? So just be careful, and this would be probably a lower bound. So be careful with this, guys. This is kind of insane. Let me put the targets in there for you, so that you kind of know what's happening here, right? That would be around here for entry. These would be in here for short-term resistances, I guess, right? And then you have these areas that I think would give you a lot of trouble, right? But not trouble that's gonna prevent you from, well, maybe prevent you, but I see this maybe happening, guys. I think that there is a pretty good probability of reaching your 447s. So yeah, guys, heads up on this. Please be very careful. And CoinFox, I'm sorry, Destiny is saying I will have to roll my Tesla cover call tomorrow, potentially. Yes. Thought Zeus. What, guys, you hear me? Come on, man. Are we good? Dude. My goodness. Hold on, one more time. One more time. Here we go. I'm going to set it all back. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, Destiny was saying I will have to roll my Tesla. I got it. Okay, they had higher new vehicle registration numbers, so earnings should be good. Front running it. Let's go. All right, let's go to sleep, guys. Let's get some rest. What do you mean? Of course it is. Wait, I need to get the screenshot for this thing. Sorry, guys. There we go. Dude, Interactive Brokers, this is a mag, you know. TSLA, love you, coin. Thanks, buddy. There's that play, guys. And of course, I'm gonna have to go and grab all of the other plays because they're not posted anymore. Post them on the lounge. Yay. All right, guys. But for some reason, bots not showing what? Whoa, that is weird. All right, guys. Danny, love you, buddy. You be safe. Thought Zeus, thank you so much for all the info up here, buddy. That's 10 hours ago. Oh, the SEC. Who is that? Brother, you are making me stay here. I need to get out. I'm going to read that later. I'm hooked. All right, team. Be safe, everybody. Rest well. And we shall speak very, very, Jerry, scary Larry soon. See you guys. Bye, Mama. I'll catch you later. Bye, Michelle. Bye, Destiny. Thought Zeus. Love you, Stocks Chicks. Nick, I can't believe you're still here, buddy. Newbie, I love you guys. Please be safe, okay? Take care, team. You got it. No problem. Love you guys. Bye, Queenie. See you, Destiny. Let's get it. Ninja, love you, buddy. Peace, team. Adios.